Now, we have to proceed to deal with a number of emergency motions. First of all, we have motion number 87, which should have been taken along with rural and community development in the name of the Kells branch from Meath East. Sorry, yes. Sorry, we'll take them later. We're going to have to deal with a number of motions before we conclude. We're going to have to deal with the motions around the panel discussion on Brexit, motion number 91, and motions number 92 to 96 in relation to workers' rights and related matters. And before we adjourn for a minute or two to set up for the panel discussion on Brexit, we're going to have to try to deal with the emergency motions. And what I propose to do is to take them after the panel discussions, unless someone objects now. If someone objects now, we'll take them now. Can you formally move it? You certainly can, Ian. If you want to formally move anything, you can formally move it. I better read it out. You're formally moving the motion. I'll allow you to formally move it, Ian. It's formally seconded by John. And in case of any doubt, what the motion says is that Labour conference notes this week that Paul Makonda, Regional Commissioner for Tanzania's main city of Dar es Salaam, has announced the creation of a surveillance squad dedicated to hunting down gay people. Conference condemns this as a barbaric abuse of human rights. Conference notes Ireland's leading role in LGBT rights in recent years. Conference believes Ireland has a role in promoting LGBTQI human rights internationally. In the light of the Tanzanian situation, Conference calls for a human rights-based review of Irish aid provided in Tanzania. A review, a human rights-based review. The motion has been moved and seconded. Are there any speakers offering? There are no speakers offering, so I'm going to put it to the floor. All in favour, please show. All against? I declare the motion carried unanimously. John, you're putting a point of order or a point of information? Number 2, in the name of Dublin West Constituency Council. Yes, John, you can formally move it. It's formally moved. Is there a seconder for emergency motion number 2? Formally seconded. So unless there is an objection, I'm going to put it to the floor. I'll read it out. Conference rejects any proposal by the government to raise the cap on bankers' salaries in the bailed-out banks above the current cap of 500k per annum for each senior banker. We should have taken it yesterday. All in favour, please show. Bridget? Can you just read that again, what you just said? Conference rejects any proposal by the government to raise the cap on bankers' salaries in the bailed-out banks above the current cap of 500k per annum for each senior banker. All in favour, please show. All against? I declare the motion carried unanimously. And now, before we move